Okay, so watch how I'm gonna carve in this section, and I have my little carving diagram right here so that I can kind of follow along as I'm going and keep track of where I am. But notice here on my carving diagram, this section, I want to go lower. I want to go lower here, and I want to start to emphasize these little waves, right? So I'm going to start by removing the clay that I want to be the lowest. And the lowest section is this piece right here. On the drawing, it's right here, right? And then I have some low parts here and some low areas in here. So I kind of take my pencil and will scratch into the surface that little mark that I used on my key. And then I'm going to use my pencil to plow the clay out of those areas. So remember, I'm cleaning the pencil off every time I use it to remove clay, and slowly pulling the clay off. And then these little crumblies that the pencil removes, I'm just taking them and putting them to the side. So this section is going to go from high to low down here. So I want this to be higher and this to be higher than that. And I can kind of smooth out this side shape so that it starts to become a little bit rounder and cleaner, and take some of the clay off like that. And I like using the pencil, but it is creating excess clay, but just a small amount. The slower you go, the more effective it'll be. And if you forget to take those little crumblies off, the more mess you'll have. But if you remember every single time and just get in the habit of cleaning your pencil off, you'll have a much, much easier time as you go along. So this line connects with this line. This has to become low as well. So I'm going to plow in here. Oops. And I'm going to plow there and there and there. So I want this to go underneath this. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to make this a little bit lower. So that it looks like it's going under. And then I kind of, as I did that, smushed some extra clay down into this area. So I'm just gonna fix that by plowing it out with my pencil, just like that. Same thing here. So here, I very slowly want this piece of clay right here to come down to become this piece that connects out here with this. So I am going to slowly come in here and take this out and then bring it up on like a hill. So I might be able to use this part of the tool a little more effectively. And sometimes you just have to play around and experiment with what's gonna work best for you to remove the clay the way you want. But the key is to go really slowly so that you don't screw it up. Because once you take clay off your carving, you cannot put clay back on. So right here I have like a little bump. And here I want this line to go to this right here. So I'm just gonna clean it up like that, making sure that I don't leave any of those little crumbs on the carving. And it's just as important to me what the sides of my carving look like. So it's just as important to me what it looks like on the surface here as what it looks like on the side around here. So now I'm gonna look at getting this curl to finish. So I'm gonna come in here and take this out. and just really slowly, like almost like removing breadcrumbs. Now I want this curl to look like it's going under this one. So I have to go down and then pull it up on a hill and then go in and fix that corner like that. And so it just takes time and patience to kind of clean it up and make it nice. Just like that. I'm going to go in here and do this area. Anywhere you might have curls, I always start in the smallest part of the curl and push out with my pencil, but I'm plowing the clay up. Like this. Just like that. The key is that you're not digging or pushing the clay down, you're plowing it up with your pencil. So if there's a mistake students make, is that they're trying to smush the clay down and around, and they're not picking it up off of the project. That's probably the most common mistake. So then I can come in here with this tool and pull out some of these larger chunks, and then go back and clean it up with my pencil. So now I have this piece that's going under here, and this piece that's going under this one, and then I have to still work on this area to kind of identify that, but that I think is enough for you to see.